Masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello! Isang maganda, mainit at mapagpalang hapon po sa ating mga magulang, mga guro at higit sa lahat sa ating mga mag-aaral at mga learners sa grade 6. Tara na at muling maging amazing na mag-aaral. At para sa ating Science 6, Q4 Week 7, Planets in the Solar System. So, samahan yung muli si Tutor O, kasama si Tutor Doms para sa hapong ito. Tara na, mag-aral na tayo, kids! Para sa ating Quarter 4, Week 7, at the end of our tutorial, you will be able to compare planets of the solar system, identify the Jovian planets in the solar system, and describe what are the Jovian planets. O, kaway-kaway muna dyan, mga anak. Hello, hello sa lahat ng mga mag-aaral. Napakaagang nag-in ni Kevin Martin Duluntap. Hello sa'yo, Rachel Balonzo. Kay Dayan Tuazon, good afternoon sa inyong lahat, mga anak. Kay Carl Dominic, yan, hello, hello. Ang gagaling nito mga batang ito. Napakaaga at talagang gustong matuto at maging amazing na mag-aaral. So last Monday ay na-discuss ni Tutor Dom sa inyo ang Q4 Week 5 and it's about the first inner planets in the solar system. So tingnan nga natin kung natandaan nyo yung tinuro ni o diniscuss ni Tutor Doms. Ano-ano nga ba yung inner planets natin? Yes, Cassandra Bravo. Yes, good afternoon sa'yo. Gwyneth, hello. Shout out nga po pala sa mga taga Doña Nena Elementary School, Division of Omingan, Pangasinan, kay Sir Eli Alcantara at sa kanyang principal, kay Ma'am Ruby Lacasandile. Hello po sa inyong lahat dyan. Okay? So, let's start with the review. So, handa na ba kayo? Let's play. Let's play. Knock, knock. Who's there? So, alam ko, familiar kayo dito sa larong ito. So for our review, we are going to choose the best answer that describe the picture given. So you're going to choose the best answer. So handa na ba kayo? Hello, Cassie, Cassandra, Roxeline, Adirolf. Good afternoon sa'yo. Watching from SD o Batangas, Tilambo Elementary School. Yan. Hello po sa inyong lahat dyan. So, knock, knock. Who's there? Here is the first question. Ayan. So, you're going to describe the Milky Way. Is it A, it is the galaxy that includes our solar system, which has a hazy band of light seen in the night? B, it is the smallest particles that orbit around the sun? Or letter C, it is a kind of planets that revolves around the sun. O sige, sagot na mga anak. Okay, ano nga ba yung mga inner planets natin nung nakaraan? Yes, sabi ni Dayan, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Very good. Ayan, nagsasagot na sila. Sige, sagot-sagot lang. Adrian, ang sagot nila ay, tingnan nga natin, letter A daw in 3, 2, and 1. Ang gagaling. It's letter A. It is the galaxy that includes our solar system, which has a hazy band of light seen in the night. So another one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Ayan, hello sa'yo, Kate, Asperga, Kevin. So, our second is solar system. Okay, so what is it about the solar system? Is it A, it is a huge ball of hot gases? Is it B, it is a burning rocks that enters in the atmosphere? Or letter C, it is a collective name for the sun together with groups of celestial or heavenly bodies. Sige, lapag na mga sagot, mga anak. Anong sagot nyo sa number 2? Solar system. So, i-describe natin ang solar system. Ayan, may sagot na sila. Ay, hello po kay Doc Lailani de la Rosa Calayag. Yan, laging nanonood sa atin. From Bagumbong Elementary School. Hello, Baesians! At sa ating pong minamahal na principal, Dr. Jacqueline Villason. Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. At ayan ang sagot natin. In 3, 2, and 1, ang sagot nilang lahat ay letter C. Collective name for the sun together with groups of celestial or heavenly bodies. Tama, ang gagaling. And for the knock-knock, who's there question, next question is about the sun. So, it is a collective small rocks and metals in the galaxy. Is it B? It is a star which has a huge ball of hot gases with a temperature of around 15 million degrees Celsius. Or letter C, it is found at the side of the solar system. It is also known as the smallest object in the solar system. So anong sagot nyo sa number 3? Sige nga, tells something about the sun. It describes the sun. Yes, hello Ma'am Mary Ann Andaya. Hello Lowell Kyle Aquino. Ayan, umuulan ng sagot na letter B. Check natin in 3, 2, and 1. Yes, it is a star which has a huge ball of hot gases with a temperature of around 15 million degrees Celsius. So yan yung ating araw. Next, for the knock-knock, who's there? Next, we're going to describe comets. So is it A? It is made up of hot gases mixed with methane and ammonia. Is it B? It is made up of dust and rocks particles mixed with frozen water, methane, and ammonia. Or C, it is made up of clouds and ashes mixed with frozen water. Sige po, anong sagot natin about comets? Sige, hello Clark, nandyan ka na rin pala. Kerubin, Gabriel Villamor, hello din sa'yo. Yes, ang sagot nila ay letter B. Letter B daw po, sabi ni Kerubin. So let's check in 3, 2, and 1. The answer is B. Ayan, very good kayo dyan. Next, for the knock-knock, who's there? Number 5, about meteoroids. Is it A, these are pieces of dust and rocks that break from comet's nucleus? Is it B, these are burning rocks that enters in the atmosphere? Or letter C, these are clouds that form in the galaxy? So anong sagot nyo about meteoroids? Sige, sagot lang. Ang sagot nila, si Dayan ay sumagot ng letter A. Check natin. In 3, 2, and 1. Yan, very good. Tama ka. Letter A. Next tayo. Knock, knock. Who's there? So that is the Earth's atmosphere. And these are burning rocks that enters in the atmosphere. Ano kayang tawag natin dyan? Is it A, meteor, B, meteoroids, or letter C, meteorites? So anong sagot nyo dyan? These are burning rocks that enters in the atmosphere, in the Earth's atmosphere. So, tingnan nga natin. Hello sa'yo, Vanessa Prestosa. Ang sagot nila ay letter A. Tingnan natin, check natin in 3, 2, and 1. Tama na naman kayo. The answer is meteor. And for the knock-knock, who's there? Okay, so it's about meteorites. A, these are the meteor or meteoroids that reaches the Earth's surface. Is it letter B? These are the planetoids that reaches the Earth's surface. Or letter C, these are the comets that reaches the Earth's surface. So, anong idea nyo about meteorites? Ano yung natandaan nyo? Sige. Yes, Reomar Rizaldo, ang sagot niya ay letter A. Naku, mukhang nakinig tong mga to nung topic nila ni Sir Doms. Yes, Pio Greg, A. In 3, 2, and 1. Yan, very good na naman kayo. The answer is A. For the next question, these are groups of planets. So, anong tawag natin sa group of planets? Like the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Ano kayong tawag natin sa mga groups of planets na yan? Is it A, northern and southern planets? B, terrestrial and Jovian planets? Or C, small and dwarf planets? Ano kayong tawag natin sa mga yan? Sige po, lagay ng sagot. Yes, sabi ni Roxy ay letter B, sabi rin ni Gwyneth. Cassie de Guzman says B. So in 3, 2, and 1, ayan, ang galing. We call them as terrestrial and Jovian planets. Gagaling nyo naman. Next tayo. Ayan, siguro familiar kayo kay Pluto, no? Okay, is Pluto A terrestrial planet, B a Jovian planet, or C a dwarf planet? Ayan, ano kaya na ang tawag natin sa Pluto ngayon kasi hindi na siya considered as a planet today. So ano pong sagot nyo dyan? Sige, lagay-lagay lang ng mga sagot. Okay, sabi ni Adrian, ay letter C. It is now known as a dwarf planet. Let's check in 3, 2, and 1. Yes, very good. It's Pluto is now a dwarf planet. At alam nyo ba, Pluto was named after the astronomer who discovered Pluto. And Pluto stands for Percival Lowell, unidentified terrestrial object. Ayan. So, hindi na siya planet ngayon. Dwarf planet na lang siya. Okay, so this time, let's talk about planets. Let's talk about planets and how planets are being formed. So, siguro narinig nyo na ang tinatawag nating nebular theory. that in the nebular theory, the sun and planets formed from a rotating disk of dust and gases. Meaning, nebula is a cloud of gas and dust in space. So, ibig sabihin pala, ang mga planeta pala ay nabuo, no? According to the nebular theory, ay nabuo sa umiikot na makapal na alikabok sa kalawakan. And of course, dahil dan sa theory na yan, there are 8 planets in the solar system. And these are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Ayan yung diniscuss ni Sir Doms nung nakaraan. And they are known as terrestrial planets or the inner planets. Ayan, sabi nga natin, terrestrial planets is also called inner planets. Bakit kaya tinawag na terrestrial o inner planets? Because they are the planets with rocky surfaces and metal cores. So yun, ang mga planetong ito ay may mabatong ibabaw at merong metal core. While the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, ano naman kaya ang tawag natin sa kanila? Sige nga, try to make a guess. Ano kaya ang tawag natin sa kanila? Hello, Sir Ellie. Na-shout out na kita. Hello po. Ayan, ang tawag sa kanila ay Jovian planets. Ayan, so i-discuss natin ang mga ito. Ang Jovian planets or we can also call them as giant planets. The Jupiter, the Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Okay, so ang tawag natin sa kanila, aside from Jovian or giant planets, we can also call them as gaseous planets. So bakit kaya? So matututunan natin. So let's talk about Jupiter. So when we say Jupiter, it is the largest gaseous planet in the solar system. It is more than 11 times the size of the Earth. So napakalaki pala ng Jupiter. Imagine mo, no? 11 times siyang mas malaki sa size ng Earth. At syempre pa, the great mass of Jupiter enables it to generate very strong gravitational force. Dahil ang Jupiter ay napakalaki, ito rin ay may malakas na puwersa ng gravitational force. Let's talk more about Jupiter. Its atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, methane, ammonia, and water vapor. It also has a very thin ring around it. Ayan, kung makikita nyo, meron lang siyang manipis na ring sa paligid nito. So, Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. And of course, Jupiter has a 63 moon. At ito lang naman ang kanyang mga moon. Si Ganymede, si Callisto, Europa, and Io. At alam niyo ba kung sino nakadiscover sa mga moons na to? Itong 4 na moons na to? Sige nga, try to make a guess. Sino kaya ang makakapagbigay ng sagot? Sino kaya ang astronomer? Italian philosopher na nakadiscover nito. Okay, so siya lang naman po si Mr. Galileo Galilei. So he was an Italian philosopher, astronomer, and mathematician who made a great contribution to science, especially etong Jupiter, no? Siya, at dahil dyan, tinawag natin siyang Galilean moons. Jupiter's moon or Galilean moons, Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system. It is bigger than planet Mercury. So ibig sabihin pala, no, sa sobrang laki ng Jupiter's moon, mas malaki pa siya sa araw or sa Mercury. Next to Ganymede is Callisto. It has water made mostly of ice and rocks. So, next to Callisto is Europa. It is also rocky and has a thick, smooth crust of ice. So, ito pala ay mabato at may makapal pero makinis na crust ng yelo. Next to Europa is Io. It is the only moon that has an active volcano. So, meron palang active volcano sa Ion, there's a possibility na nagkakaroon siya ng volcanic eruption doon. And Io is the innermost and the second smallest of the 4 Galilean moons. It was discovered along with Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto by Galileo Galilei in 1610. Ayan, tandaan natin yan ha. Jupiter also has a great red spot. So meron din pala siyang great red spot. So kung nakikita nyo yan, dyan matatagpuan ang great red spot ng Jupiter. Jupiter rotates 9 hours and 56 minutes. So parang ang bilis ng rotation niya, no? Samantalang sa Earth, if the Earth rotates 24 hours, si Jupiter, it takes 9 hours and 56 minutes. Pero when it comes to revolution, it revolves around the Sun for 12 years, no? Ang napaka-tagal ng kanyang revolution kasi nga po malayo po siya sa Sun. So that is about Jupiter. Now let's talk about Saturn. Saturn is the second largest planet but has the lowest density. So pangalawa siya sa pinakamalaking planeta pero may mababa naman siyang density. It is 9.5 times larger than the Earth. So kung si Jupiter ay 11 times bigger, si Saturn naman is 9.5 times bigger than the Earth. At ang Saturn, it is a gaseous planet with thick atmosphere of hydrogen, helium, methane, and water vapor. So isa itong gaseous planet na may makapal na atmosphere na made up of gases. At syempre, ito lang naman ang mga moons ng Saturn. So, Saturn has at least 31 moons. Ayan. So, yan yung mga nakapaligid na pabilog na yan. Ayan yung moon ng Saturn. The largest moon of planet Saturn is the Titan moon. So, tandaan nyo yan ha, the Titan moon. Saturn has at least 31. Its rotation takes 10 hours and 39 minutes. So, medyo mabilis din siya. But when it comes to revolution, it revolves around the Sun for 29 years. So, kanina sa Jupiter, 12 years. Kay Saturn, it's 29 years. Okay, so let's talk about Uranus. It is the sideways planet. So kung makikita nyo, no, sideways parang nakatagilid siya, no, patagilid siya. And then, it is the third largest planet with 11 thin dark rings. Ayan, thin dark rings. Meron pala siyang thin dark rings. Its atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, and some methane, which gives the planet's bluish-green color. So, kaya pala bluish-green ang color niya ay dahil sa mga gases na naririto, na present sa kanya. Ito ang hydrogen, helium, and some methane. Kaya bluish-green in color siya. It radiates the same amount of solar energy that it receives. So, ibig sabihin, nagpapalabas ito ng parehong dami ng solar energy na natatanggap nito. Kaya, napakatingkad ng kanyang kulay. Its axis of rotation is tilted at 84 degree on its side. Ayan, tilted siya ang kanyang axis of rotation. Ayan, ang kanyang position sa araw. That is why the North Pole facing to the Sun for 42 years. So, habang nagre-revolve pala yung Uranus sa Sun, it takes 42 years na nakaharap yung North Pole while the other 42 years ay nakaharap naman sa South Pole. And of course, dahil dyan, Uranus has 21 moons. And its rotation takes 17 hours and 14 minutes. At ang kanyang revolution ay it takes 84 years. So sabi ko nga kanina, 42 years na nakaharap yung North Pole and another 42 years na nakaharap naman yung South Pole sa araw. So ganun po katagal ang kanyang revolution and its gravity is a little stronger than the Earth. The largest moon of the Uranus is Titania. So, yan ang kanyang largest moon. Now, let's talk about Neptune naman. So, when we say Neptune, it is known as the windy or storm planet. Ito ay may mahangin o mabagyong planeta. It is the fourth largest planet and it has an elliptical orbit. Hello sa'yo, Kim Jandy Kapispisan. Good afternoon. Watching from Balayong Elementary School. Hello. Neptune, its atmosphere is made up of methane, which gives the planet's bluish-green color. So, ganyan, no? Halos pareho sila nung Uranus kanina. Ayan. And then, it has a dark-colored storm called Great Dark Spot. So, kung makikita nyo yung may bilog dito na red sa bandang gitna, we call it the Great Dark Spot. At syempre pa, ito rin ang may pinakamabilis na hangin sa solar system. It has the fastest wind in the solar system, ang Neptune. And Neptune has 11 moons. Ang pinaka-largest or the biggest moon of Neptune is the Triton. It has 11 moons. Its rotation takes 16 hours and 6 minutes. And its revolution takes 165 years. Grabe. Napakahaba ng kanyang rotation kasi nga po, siya yung pinakamalayo ng kanyang revolution pala. Dahil napakalayo niya sa araw o siya yung pinakamalayo sa araw. So again, our Jovian planets, giant planets, or the gaseous planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And tandaan din po natin ha, kasi pag-uusapan natin or malalabas yan sa question natin mamaya. The largest moon of Jupiter is Ganymede. Kay Saturn naman is Titan. Kay Uranus is Titania, while Neptune is the Triton. So again, we call this gaseous planets or Jovian planets or giant planets. Ayan. So this time, let's play, kids. Let's play Finding Nemo. Ayan. So ready na ba kayo? Yes, Gerald RV, Dula Cantor, happy learning everyone. And siya ay mula sa, hello daw, shout out daw sa kanyang advisor, kay Ma'am Sani Bicarme Rarama, and sa kanyang principal, Sir Rodelio Domingo Gaño School, San Pedro Villa Concepcion Elementary, District of Isabela. Hello po sa inyong lahat dyan, taga Isabela. Ayan, so let's start. Let's help Nemo to find the correct moon he is portraying. So this time, tutulungan daw natin si Nemo to find the moon. That's why we call it Finding Nemo. Okay, so that's Titania, Triton, Titan, and Ganymede. So are you ready now, kids? Ayan, yay! Sabi nila, sabi ni Kim Jandy, Florence, hello sa'yo, Florence Centeno, and Vanessa, yes, ready na po. Ayan. So, ano kaya yung pinaportray ni Nemo? Tingnan natin. So, ano kaya yan? So, bibigyan ko kayo ng clue. It is the sixth planet from the sun. It is also the ring planet. It takes 29 years to complete one revolution for this planet. Anong planet muna siya? Sige, anong planet nga siya? Tingnan nga natin. Sige, sagot. Anong planet muna siya? Sige po, sagot. Ring planet. Sige, sagot mga anak. Okay, at para saan ang ring planet na ito? We call it, ito ay Saturn. And Saturn, ano yung biggest moon ng Saturn? Sabi nila, it's Saturn. Sabi ni Kevin Martin. Yes, sabi ni Cassie, it's Titania. Sige, tingnan natin. Check natin. Ayan, si Saturn. Titan pala ang biggest moon ni Saturn. Okay, next tayo. Bibigyan ko kayo ng clue. It is the 5th planet from the sun, fastest spinning planet. It also revolves around the sun for 12 years. Meron din siyang red spot. Ayan. So, ano kaya ito? Anong planet kaya to? 5th planet. What is the 5th planet? It is Jupiter. Ang galing. So, kung siya si Jupiter, what is the biggest planet of Jupiter? Sabi nila ay, yes, sabi ni Cassandra, it's Ganymede. Tingnan natin. Ready na ba kayo to reveal the answer? Tingnan natin. Sabi ni Raquel, it's Jupiter. Yes, it's Jupiter. And the biggest moon of Jupiter is none other than Ganymede. Ang galing. Yes, tama sila. Hello, Kate Asperga. Hello sa inyong lahat. Next tayo. Ayan. Sino naman kaya yan? Okay, I will give you another clue. It's a bluish-green color because of its atmosphere. It is also known as windy or storm planet. Meron din siyang great dark spot and it revolves around the sun for 165 years. Anong planet ito? Sige, try to make a guess muna kung anong planet ito. Sige, sagot-sagot. Tingnan natin. Sabi ni Adrian Ray, it's Triton. Ang kanyang sagot. Sabi ni Cassandra, Titania. Tingnan natin. It is, sabi ni Clark, it's Neptune. And of course, very good, it's Neptune. And what is the biggest moon of Neptune? Tingnan natin. Sabi ni Kate, it's Triton. Tingnan natin. Sabi rin ni Roxy, in 3, 2, and 1. Yes, very good. It's Triton. Ayan, ang dami kong clue na binigay sa inyo. That's why nakuha nyo ang tamang sagot. Okay, next one. Anong planet naman kaya ito na pinoportray ni Nemo? Another clue. It is a bluish-green in color because of its atmosphere, and it takes 84 years to complete one revolution. It has also 21 moons. Anong planet po ito muna? Sige, sagot-sagot mga anak. Okay, sabi ni Clark, it's Uranus. At ang sagot naman ni Gwyneth, ang pinaka-biggest moon ng Uranus is Titania. Sabi ni Cassandrea Bravo. Hello sa'yo. Check natin. The correct answer is Titania. Ang gagaling naman nila. Okay, let's play again. Ayan, gusto niyo pa ulit? So, this time, let's play mine. So, thank you lahat sa inyong mga sa inyong mga sagot. Ang gagaling niyo talaga. Okay, so this time, I'm going to give a description of a planet. Look for the friend who has the planet, then name what planet it is. So, sino kaya yung may hawak ng planet na ito? Handa naman kayong i-reveal kung sino yung mga friends natin na may hawak ng planets? Okay, sagot muna dyan. Sige. Sige, handa na ba kayo? Ayan. So, nakikita nyo ba? Si Tutor O, ang isang friend ninyo dyan. At syempre pa si Tutor Doms. Ayan, pipili kayo sa hawak ng inyong mga tutor friends. So, si Sir Doms or Tutor Doms ang may hawak ng Neptune, while Tutor O holds the Jupiter and Saturn. Si Tutor O naman ang may hawak ng Uranus and Neptune. So, handa na ba kayo? Yes po, sabi nila, ayan, ang gagaling naman nila. Okay, ready? Let's start. It is the 4th largest planet and it has an elliptical orbit. It is also known as the windy or storm planet. So, ano kaya yung tinutukoy dyan? Ayan. So, pili na kayo. Sino kaya ang may hawak ng planetang ito? Is it Tutor O or Tutor Doms? Tingnan natin. Sige, sagot-sagot. Tingnan natin. Okay. Alin kaya sa dalawang hawak na planeta ni Tutor Doms? Sige, pili kayo. It's between Uranus and Neptune. So, sabi ni Kevin Martin, it's Neptune. Sabi naman ni Dayan, Neptune din. Ayan. Si Tutor Doms ang may hawak ng planeta. Okay, Neptune daw. Ready na? In 3, 2, and 1. Ang gagaling. The answer is Neptune. Next, it is the largest gaseous planet in the solar system. It is more than 11 times the size of the Earth. Its atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, methane, ammonia, and water vapor. So, sino kaya ang may hawak ng planet na yan? Ayan, hawak pala ni Tutor O. And, anong sagot niyo dyan? Is it Jupiter or Saturn? So, tingnan natin. Sige, sagot. Okay, hawak daw ni Tutor O. According to Cassandra. Yes, hello sa'yo, Christian Frey Gutang from Alibadbad Elementary School, grade 6 Sampaguita. Hello, hello Gwyneth. Hello Elise, Lauren. Okay, ang sagot natin ay in 3, 2, and 1. Yes, it's Jupiter. Ang gagaling. Tama kayo. Next question. It rotates 9 hours and 56 minutes. It revolves around the sun for 12 years. It has 63 moons, and 4 of them are popular, namely Ganymede, Callisto, Europa, and Io. So, sino kaya kana? Tutor O or Tutor Doms ang may hawak ng planetang ito? So, sino kaya? Pili. Ayan, hawak pala ni Tutor O. So, choose between Jupiter and Saturn. So, meron siyang identified moons like Ganymede, Callisto, Europa, and Io. Ayan, hello sa'yo, Elise from Bulanon, Petaluna, grade 6 Yakal. Hello po. Ayan, ang sabi nila ay, sige, sagot-sagot lang. Tingnan natin. The answer to that is Jupiter. Okay, next tayo. It has 21 moons. It rotates 17 hours and 14 minutes. And it completes one revolution for 84 years. So choose between Tutor O and Tutor Doms. Ayan. Sino kaya ang may hawak ng mga moons na ito? Ng moon na ito? Ay, ng planet na ito, sorry. Ayan. Hawak pala ni Tutor Dom. At alin kaya dito ang sagot? It's between Uranus and Neptune. So, sagot kayo. Sagot-sagot. Ayan. Sige, anong sagot niyo mga anak? Sige lang, hintayin natin. Anong sagot? Ayan, naglalabasan ng kanilang mga sagot. Hello, Clark. Ang sagot ni Elise ay Uranus. Check nga natin. In 3, 2, and 1. The answer is Uranus. Tama, ang galing. Next, it is a gaseous planet with thick atmosphere of hydrogen, helium, methane, and water vapor. It is also the second largest planet in the solar system. Its biggest moon is named Titan. So, sino kaya ang may hawak? So, si Tutor O ba o si Tutor Dom? So, tingnan natin. Reveal na natin. Ang may hawak ay si Tutor O. So, you are going to choose between Jupiter and Saturn. So, tingnan natin. Sige, sagot lang po. Anong sagot niyo mga anak? Sige, sagot lang. Sige, Raquel. Saturn, ang sagot ni Raquel. Clark Jose, Saturn daw, Mave. Tingnan natin, check natin ang sagot. In 3, 2, and 1, the answer is Saturn. Ang gagaling. Next, it has 31 moons. Its rotation completes within 10 hours and 39 minutes only, and it revolves around the sun for 29 years. So, sino kaya ang may hawak? Si Tutor O ba o si Tutor Doms? Tingnan natin. Sige, sagot-sagot. Ang bibilis ng mga ano nila, oh. Sige lang, Carl Dominic. Sige, sagot-sagot lang. Ang may hawak ng planet ay si Tutor O. Choose between Jupiter and Saturn. Tingnan natin. Ang sagot nila ay Saturn. Check natin. In 3, 2, and 1. The answer is Saturn. Correct. Ang galing. Next, it has 11 moons. Triton moon is the biggest moon in this planet. Its rotation completes within 16 hours and 6 minutes only. It revolves around the sun for 165 years. So, ang tagal ng kanyang pag-ikot o pagligid sa araw. So, ano kaya ito? Sino kaya may hawak nito? Is it Tutor O or Tutor Doms? Tingnan natin. Handa na ba kayo i-reveal na ang may hawak? Ang may hawak ay si Tutor Doms. Choose between Uranus and Neptune. So, anong sagot nyo? Ang sagot ni Cassandrea is Tutor Doms, Neptune. So, check natin. In 3, 2, and 1. The answer is Neptune. Ang gagaling. Ang gagaling nyo talaga, no? And remember, according kay Tutor Doms and Tutor O, ayan, that the solar system is consisting of a lot of different members. Planet is just one of the many members of the solar system. So, napakalawak pala ng ating kalawakan. Planets are classified into 2 groups, terrestrial and Jovian planets. Jovian planets or giant planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And our Jovian planets are also known as the gaseous planets. Ayan, no? Salamat sa ating mga Science Elementary ETUlay tutors na laging nandyan mula Monday from 1 to 3:40 p.m. Maraming salamat sa inyo, tutors. And of course, ito pong muli si Tutor O kasama si Tutor Doms na nagsasabing agham ay pag-aralan upang mawala ang agam-agam. So, kita-kits po tayong muli sa susunod na Lunes mula alas 3 ng hapon dito lang sa DepEd ETUlay online tutorial, Facebook, and YouTube. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat and paalam mga aghamazing na mag-aaral.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!